Yes, mate. Oh, that deserves a picture.
He's known as the Supervet.
You all right, mister?
That's good. It's going to make you stand again.
Very gently hold that.
His extraordinary vet practice and cutting-edge procedures
Hi, mate. 25 years ago, I would have said it was impossible.
have saved the lives of thousands of the nation's pets.
Oh, that's so good.
Well done. Good girl. Good girl.
Professor Noel Fitzpatrick and his team are constantly developing new treatments where other options have run out.
All right, all hands on deck. Let's get into theatre now. Nothing about this fracture is textbook. This is totally unpredictable.
And when hope fades,
I'm not telling you that he has to be put to sleep. But I am telling you that we do have some big decisions to... I'm sorry.
Noel continues
All right, let's go.
to search for medical solutions,
I'm not God. I am just a bloke trying to do his best.
Come on then, baby.
offering a chance
I've got my dog back with bells and whistles on.
against all the odds.
It's okay, Baba. It's okay.
I just think it's amazing. Amazing.
Yes.
It's mid-morning at Fitzpatrick Referrals, and reception is filling up with pets seeking help with ailments and injuries.
Who's that lovely one?
How can you not love your pets? They're your support network, they make you happy.
Animals fill that void that humans can't fill. They are your friend. They love you to bits. They follow you around. You're their idol.
They're never really sad either. They just make you happy, and you need that.
As a nation of animal lovers, we'll do our very best to help our friends when they are in need.
Suki.
In reception, Jonathan is waiting to see Noel with the family's new puppy.
So this is Suki, and she's a cross between a golden retriever and a poodle. She's 5 months old, but unfortunately her front legs seem to be giving her issue, and hopefully we can try and get her sorted out.
The family live on the south coast. They got Suki 2 months ago for their 2 young children.
How old is she there then?
Yeah, I mean, she's a lovely dog. She's very, very friendly, you know, very sort of, just wants to be loved all the time, and yeah, just a great family dog, really.
She fitted in straight away, really. Obviously, having the children around, I think, helped her because she kind of saw them as, I think, probably replacement litter mates for a while.
They just love nothing more than first thing down in the morning, they want to cuddle her. When they come home from school, they want to cuddle her.
But just 9 weeks after Suki had settled in, they got some shocking news.
We'd taken her to like a grooming. What it was the lady who was giving her the groom said, look, you know, I see lots of puppies coming in here, and they all have, you know, quite often see bendy legs or those legs that aren't straight, but hers just seemed really pronounced.
Their local vet has told them that Suki's front legs are developing abnormally and referred them for an urgent appointment with Noel.
Suki's dad.
Come on, Suki. Come on. Good girl. Come on. Come on, little lady.
Hi
Hello,
there.
how are you doing?
Nice to see you.
I'm Jonathan. How are you doing?
Hi, Jonathan. How are you? You on your own?
I am, yes.
Come on in,
Come on,
Suki.
Suki.
So this is the data that I've had through. So this is the CT scan for the right front leg. And we can see that there are various problems here with bent bones, but I'm going to look at both front legs now. Head towards you, Jonathan, so you can talk to her, please.
Suki, this way.
Good girl.
Thank you. Okay, hold tight. That bump, Jonathan, feel it, yeah, feel
you
it.
can feel it, can't you? Yeah.
Okay, so that's called radial head subluxation.
Okay.
The reason when I saw these images yesterday, I said, rush this man straight up to see me,
Right.
is because right now, these bones are growing at different rates.
That's straight, okay.
And as a result, this bone is dislocating out of the joint.
Okay.
That's fine. Sorry about that.
Okay. All right, good girl. Good girl.
Right, these are the paired bones of the forearm. They're called the radius and the ulna. And those bones have to grow at the same rate relative to each other.
Right.
In order to keep this straight.
Yeah, but one's obviously not growing at the same pace as the other.
Correct. I think you've got a combined problem, actually. I think you've got the plastic, mate. Plastic. Number one, the ulna is short and the radius is bending. Number 2, that's pushing the radius out of the elbow joint and it's pushing the wrist outwards, which you're going to notice progressively that both, yeah. The consequence is if we don't do anything, you can already see that the whole elbow is becoming dysplastic, meaning it doesn't fit properly. And in another 4 weeks, probably the wrist would be right out and the radial head would have probably come straight out of the joint. The bottom line is what to do.
Yeah.
And this is not a small ask. This is a big ask. Surgical intervention at this point would most likely involve chopping the bone in half and trying to push the radial head back into position and probably taking a massive chunk out of the ulna and throwing it away to try and rebalance.
Wow.
All of that would require me to put an external frame on both legs.
Crikey. Pretty full on.
It's full on. Potential complications include nerve or blood vessel trauma as we do the surgery, a failure to heal properly. You know, I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm also legally bound to say to you that euthanasia is an option, but it's a heartbreaking option.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything you don't want me to do.
No. Let me have a quick chat with my wife about this. Let's have a quick chat. Hello, you're right. I'll be honest, it's not great news, babe. Her front legs, unfortunately, are buggered. So they can do an operation, okay, but it's pretty major surgery. Problem is, we've got to get it now before it causes any major issues. You know, have at the heart of all this is her having a bit of a normal life, isn't it?
Surgery is a big decision. The family must decide whether to go ahead.
Oh, Suki. There we go. Oh, little lady. It's a shock. You don't really want to ever hear that. You know, you go from the high of having a puppy 2 months ago and just what these guys have wanted for months, if not years, to then, the worst possible start to a life and ownership of a puppy.
For many people, Fitzpatrick Referrals is a last chance to find a solution for their pet's continuing problems. Waiting in reception to see Noel are Gadge and Kathy with their elderly Labrador.
This is our first boy, Raffa. We had him before we had our children. He's nearly 11 years old.
He's love of our life, and our boys love him.
The family live in South London with their 2 young sons. But Gadge hasn't always been an animal lover.
Kathy has always had dogs her whole life. I've always hated dogs. The only dogs I've liked are hot dogs with ketchup and mustard.
I've always been trying to convince him, let's get a dog, it'll make the family complete, but he was so against it.
And then we got burgled, and the neighbour opposite said, you know what, you need to get a dog.
So, they got Raffa.
He's got the nicest temperament. He's a 1 in a billion. He's soft, kind, well-mannered.
Very good temperament.
But Raffa has suffered worsening pain over recent years, in spite of medication.
At the moment, we're unable to walk him at all. He might just go outside and then toilet and come back.
He's limping. I can see him limping.
Good boy, sweetie. To know that Raffa's in pain really does break your heart. And we've tried just about everything. We've given him so much medication, regular physiotherapy and hydrotherapy. So now we think, we probably have to do surgery, which is scary, but I think we've got no alternative.
Rafa. Hi there. Hello, mate. Hello, buddy. How are you? Nice to see you. Hi, how are you, Kathy? Please take a seat. Right. Well, my name is Noel, and I can see your dog is very lame.
Yeah.
Hello. So how old is this dog?
He's going to be 11 in June.
Oh, right. He's 11. Okay. And which leg was first lame?
It is the right, front right.
Okay. Has it always been the front right?
Yeah.
Always been the worst?
Yeah.
Okay. So my colleagues have already shown me the CT scans. This is not the only leg that's affected. The right elbow has cartilage erosion from here to here, And the other elbow, which is the left elbow, has also got cartilage damage between here and here. So I know that you've tried everything. I know you've tried lots of different drugs. I've seen your history. I know you've tried injections into the joint. I've seen that history as well. Did that help?
A little bit.
Yeah. Right. So, right, I can see what your dilemma is, which is that you have severe erosion of the inner compartment of the right elbow. And it's not that we can't do the surgery on a dog this age. The problem is it's a very aggressive operation. I just have to say that I think that there may be some moral issues with putting a dog of 11 years of age through 3 months of recovery with 6 weeks of confinement, knowing that he's only got, say, 1 year or 2 years left. Has potentially anti-inflammatory stem cells been discussed with you?
No.
Right. So the reason I'm talking to you about this is the risk is much lower. The problem is we don't know how big the benefit would be. However, most dogs benefit significantly.
Let's try. I think it's a no-brainer.
Okay, yeah.
I'm with that. No.
It's just
Yeah.
balance.
Stem cell therapy is a relatively new treatment in veterinary medicine.
In an 11-year-old dog like Raffa, where we don't want to do surgery and where medical management has already failed, taking anti-inflammatory cells out of fat and the anti-inflammatory properties of platelets and mixing them together in the correct ratio inside the joint gives us a really important new weapon against the debilitating pain of end-stage osteoarthritis. If you don't inject the right cocktail, you're not going to get the result.
Noel and his team will be able to extract the stem cells from fat within Raffa's body. He'll only need a minor operation. It's mid-afternoon and an emergency has arrived.
Have yourself tea and coffee. We won't be too much longer for you, all right? Try not to worry, okay?
Andrea and Bolage have brought in Zizi, their 5-year-old Dachshund. She collapsed overnight and has lost the use of her back legs.
In the morning when I wake up, I was completely shocked when I saw her. She can't walk at all. She just didn't move, she was just there. I think she's very frightened now because she doesn't know why she can't do her normal things. Yeah, she's my little baby, so I hope she's gonna be okay.
Now, Zezy.
Bonjour.
Hi there, please come in. How you doing, Zezy? Hello, mate. How are you? Nice to see you. Take a seat. Thank you. Okay, all right. Now, my colleagues at your practice told me that this has got rapidly worse overnight. Is that right? So tell me the first signs yesterday, please.
Well, yesterday evening, she was very weird. Her whole body was like rock solid. In the morning, I started work at 7 o'clock and she was just sat.
Okay, so literally she was unable to stand at that point. Okay, I see. This is my colleague Guy. Would just pop her down here for me, please? And the bottom towards me and the head towards you, please. Okay, so when I knuckle over her toes like so, she can't pull those back.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah, her legs are quite floppy. Her bladder is not wanting to pee.
Oh.
I apologize if I hurt her, but I just need to check. Okay, that's fine. Thanks. Thanks, Guy. Okay, you're probably aware, because she's a Dachshund, that she's predisposed to disc problems in their backs. Each disc has a fibrous outer ring and a pulpy inner center. It's like a jam donut. Sometimes, when the disc dries out, the dough ruptures and the jam leaks out. It's like a donut exploding. Almost certainly, this is a disc which has exploded.
Okay.
It causes the cord significant impact, and therefore the nerves in the back legs suddenly don't work, and the nerves to the bladder suddenly don't work.
Okay.
When I pinch the feet, she can feel it, but she can't stand, she can't walk, she can't urinate. So she's grade 4, but tomorrow she could be grade 5. 5 is as bad as it can be. So thank goodness you're here today. So let's say we take an MRI scan and we see a big bunch of jam from the donut in here. Mm-hmm. So my job then is to get that jam out. It takes 20 minutes. That's not the problem. The problem is, what has that done to the spinal cord before I got in there? And we don't know that yet.
An MRI scan should reveal exactly what's going on in Zizi's spine.
Okay, let's go.
The family will wait anxiously for the results.
Hello, gorgeous. Oh, really? Are you talking? Oh, he's gorgeous. Look at him.
Zizi, the Dachshund who collapsed yesterday, is having an MRI scan on her injured spine. Noel has called Andrea in for the results.
Okay, so it is a disc explosion right there, which is typically where it is. So this here, that's normal cord there. And if we move the blue line forward, what we can see is that the cord is squished. Now, every disc in the spine is dried out, so any disc could go at any time, anywhere. And in some Dachshunds, I've operated several times in their lifetime.
Can you not prevent?
That's a very good question. There is some evidence that if we cut a window in the discs on either side, that it does serve to decrease the chance of those discs going. But it could still recur. And how many do we cut? Do you go one either side? Do you go two either side? Do you go the full length? It's up to you. Or I can just go in and fix this one problem and then let nature take its course.
Please do. Thank you.
Are you happy for me to proceed? And we'll just cut the site and it'll be minimally invasive and we'll take our chances with the rest of the discs. You happy with that? Okay, that's fine.
Can I wait until the operation finish or not?
You're certainly welcome to wait. It's up to you. It's a lot of stress.
I can't do anything today. I can't think nothing else. Yeah.
All right, go wait then. Okay, my pleasure. Okay, I'll do my very best.
Look after her.
I will
Thank
do.
you so much.
Okay, take care.
You too.
Zizi means the world to Andrea and Bolage. They've had her since she was a puppy.
The first day when I got Zizi, I went to pick up from the litter, and actually she chose us. She loves walking, she loves running around, she's a very happy dog. My life has changed, every single day. It's just happiness.
I just think Zizi is a very special dog. I love her so much.
Okay, let's go.
Noel is going straight to theatre.
You ready, girls? Suction on.
To relieve the pressure on Zizi's spinal cord, Noel removes as much of the damaged disc material as possible.
So we can see the disc material right here. Cut the window, we're now scooping it out. This process of sucking and scooping, it's like cottage cheese. Tons and tons of cottage cheese. The white tube there is the spinal cord right there. Worryingly, the spinal cord up here is very bruised. It's quite red, reddy blue. That's where the impact trauma happened, so we don't know how much this will recover. There's certainly hemorrhage inside it, and in some dogs it may not recover. Give me some 2-metric ethylone, please. And then we stitch up and we're out of here. All right, let's go.
The surgery was straightforward, but Noel must wait to see if Zizi's spinal cord recovers and she is able to walk again.
Okay, Zizi's mummy. Okay, don't panic, it's fine. Dad, so everything went fine in the surgery. What we don't know is what's going to happen to that cord. It did look bruised. It had had impact trauma. So the nerves inside the spinal cord could be permanently damaged. It's possible. And they may not recover. And if that did happen, then the worst case scenario would be that she's not able to urinate. because you can get a trolley for dogs that can't walk, but you can't, it's very difficult if dogs can't urinate. But if, from your point of view, you've done everything you can, and you must now leave everything in the lap of nature.
Can we see her?
Not at the moment, because she's in recovery, and that may distress her and you. Okay?
And when she go home?
I don't know, because we'll have to see how the spinal cord recovers. Okay?
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. My entire pleasure. You're a lovely girl. Take care. Bye-bye.
For little Zizi, the next few days will be critical.
Don't eat that.
In the prep area, Suki is causing trouble.
There's a time and a place for food, and this is not it.
But she's already made many friends. The family have decided they want to proceed with the surgery on both her deformed front legs. It will be a complex and lengthy operation. To straighten each leg, Noel plans to remove a piece of her ulna to release the bowstring effect and take the dislocating growth pressure off the radial head. He'll insert 2 olive wires into the radial head, attached to linear motors. Then he'll cut the radius bone, and over a 2-week period, he can pull the head back into position and get a better fit of the elbow joint. Finally, he'll rotate the lower half of the radius to bring Suki's wrists back in line with her elbows. The surgery is likely to take several hours.
Hold it like so. Hold the foot. Okay, so that's the ulna cut.
Noel will use 2 special pins, which must be drilled through the radial head.
This is an olive wire which has a little olive in it here, so when I drive this sharp end through the bone and pull it, it acts like a grappling hook to pull the bone downwards because the olive doesn't go through the bone. I'm going to drive the first pin in here.
He has to be careful to avoid Suki's growth plates. She's still a puppy, and her bones will continue to grow.
Okay, the next thing is the radius cut. So this is a tricky cut to make. Stay exactly there. Put one finger there, guy. You stay where you are. Okay, so what we've done now is we've put the 2 wires through the top of the radius head, put this horseshoe on the back here, and these are 2 linear motors that are going to push the radius head down into the joint. Hold the foot, hold the foot, hold the foot. Okay, so what happens now is that as I roll these dice on the motors, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what that does is it pulls the radial head back down into the joint gradually. Okay, so that's that bit done. Now we're going to straighten the wrist, and this is a very, very important bit because this is the alignment that the leg is going to end up in forever. Get the rod parallel to the leg.
Noel drives a series of pins into the radius and attaches them, using rods, onto the rigid arch at the back of the ulna to keep the leg in alignment.
So that's one side done. Okay, push that humerus straight and hold the frame like so. That's it. The problem is that the bottom part of the humerus is so deformed that the transverse plane, which is that plane there, is very difficult to get it parallel to the wrist. And I'm having great difficulty getting alignment of all the pieces.
It takes nearly 5 hours to operate on both Suki's front legs.
Okay, well that was very challenging. We've got both legs straight now. The wrists are straight relative to the elbows. And hopefully we can push the radius down and over using these drivers. Still a long journey ahead, so anything could happen.
It will be several weeks and many adjustments before Noel knows if his innovative design will push the radial heads back into Suki's elbow joints.
Still all right, Bubs. Good go.
In the wards, Zizi is being monitored day and night since she had her spinal operation 2 days ago. This evening, Noel has a very difficult call to make.
So we've got a bit of a problem with Zizi. She's getting worse since yesterday, unfortunately. So I've got to manage Andrea's expectations because it's a roller coaster ride at the moment with Zizi.
Hello?
Oh, hi, Andrea. Good afternoon. It's Noel. How are you doing?
Hi, yeah, I'm okay.
So, Zizi in herself is fine.
Yeah?
But the nerve damage within the spinal cord is a little bit worse today than it was yesterday. So...
She can be paralyzed.
It's possible, yeah.
Is it still hope?
Absolutely, there is still hope, but the prognosis remains guarded.
And is the worst case scenario?
In the worst case scenario, she would not be able to urinate and would not be able to move either back leg. There's not that many people that would consider keeping her alive in that situation. I'll just have to be honest with you.
Yeah.
We do not need to have that discussion at the moment.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you so much for everything.
No problem. Take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye. It's really tough. You can see that she's the center of Andrea's world. And we have no idea what's going to happen next.
And my hair's gone absolutely crazy. Look at my hair. It's gone like mental.
Fitzpatrick referrals, orthopaedics, animalogy, Natalie speaking. How can I help?
In reception, elderly Labrador Raffa is back for the stem cell injections into his diseased elbows.
Is this what cats and dogs?
Yes.
Gadge has brought his youngest son, Vish, to the practice.
Daddy, I'm going to get another dog today.
You want to get another dog? No. Raffa, we got Raffa.
Yeah, when is Rafa going to die?
I don't want him to die. He's not going to die.
And when is going to when he's 13?
I think Raffa will live longer than 13.
Rafa.
Vish, come with me. Vish, come on, darling. Vish.
Hey, buddy, how you doing? Hello, Rafs. How you doing, sweetheart? Hi, mate.
Hi, Noel.
How are you? Nice to see you. Hello, mate. How are you? Nice to see you. What's your name?
Vish, and I'm Tan's brother.
It's so nice to meet you. How do you spell Vish? V-E-Ish. So listen, Rafa's going to have an injection now.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is we're going to make Rafa sleepy, and then we're going to clip a little patch in here, and we're going to put a needle in here and do the injection. See you in a minute, mate.
Thank you. Thanks.
Where are we going? I want to be a dog.
The anti-inflammatory stem cells have been extracted from fat in Rafa's body. It's taken 2 weeks to isolate and culture them in the laboratory.
Right, we're going to put a cocktail of fat-derived stem cells and blood-derived platelets into each joint, and we hope that that cocktail will provide an anti-inflammatory effect within the arthritic joint. It's very easy to do this, and in an older patient particularly, like Rafa, I will be reluctant to do very advanced major surgery because one always has to balance quality of life against quantity of life.
Rafa will need follow-up injections in the coming year.
What's really important about stem cell treatment is using the correct cells. It's not enough to just mince up fat and inject it into a joint. You need to know what cells are going in. But when they work, and they work for several months, is absolutely fantastic. All right, wake up.
The stem cell treatment should start working fairly quickly, so Rafa can go home.
Are we going? Are we going now?
So the end goal, ideally, is we can take him to the park, go to Wimbledon Common. He loves going to Wimbledon Common. You know, maybe not chasing the rabbits anymore, but at least go to the common and play, you know, really. So quality of life, really, for the rest of his life.
The staff call it the Fitz Ritz. With underfloor heating and 24-hour room service, the patients on the wards get the 5-star treatment. Zizi has been here for 5 days now. She's showing a slight improvement, but still can't use her back legs, wag her tail, or urinate on her own.
There we go, sweetheart.
Noel is hoping that hyperbaric oxygen treatment may help her recover.
Zizi's definitely in trouble with her spine. So by putting her inside the hyperbaric oxygen chamber, increase the availability of oxygen molecules within her body that may help her to counter the stress that the nasty biological molecules are creating inside her spinal cord. All right, Zizi, you're okay, sweetheart.
But Noel thinks there's one other thing that may also help. A visit from her family. They haven't seen her for a week.
So I think the hyperbaric probably did make a difference. Today, she's not in any pain. I'll be keen to see if she wags her tail when she sees you.
I like to see them.
Because if she did wag her tail, then that will be a further indication of the nerves beginning to recover. So let's see. Okay, there we go. You got your Irish jumper on and everything. Now you can sit down and then. Oh look! Oh yes! Oh yes! Look at that tail! Oh yes! Okay. That's me emptying the bladder just now. Look at that tail! That's for you, that waggy tail. That's fabulous.
Oh, look,
that's good. That's a good sign. Can't say for sure, but maybe that's the beginning of feeling coming back. I'd like to see if anything in the next 48 hours begins to happen with the bladder. Can we get her to begin to pee herself? That means the nerves to the bladder coming back. All right, Ziz, you coming back with me now?
The team need to empty Zizi's bladder regularly. Until she can pee by herself, she'll stay at the practice.
Okay, say bye-bye, Dada. Bye-bye, Mama.
Thank you so much.
Okay, no problem. My pleasure.
Thank you so
God
much.
bless.
Bless your
Cheers.
heart. Thanks. Bye.
It's been 3 weeks since Suki, the young puppy, had surgery to straighten her front legs. She's having traction each day to bring her elbow joints back together.
Okay, let's begin. 1, 2. Okay. Come on, Bubba.
Despite the surgery and the frames on her legs, Suki is raring to go.
Good girl, Suki. That's great. So she's doing really well now. We've docked the radial heads, meaning that we've pulled them into position as best we can underneath the humerus on both sides. You can see that both legs are straight, meaning that the feet are in a straight line with the elbows, so that's good. It's never going to be normal. That's the thing. And there's always going to be a propensity for osteoarthritis on both sides. Right now, you can go home, Bubba. Come on, babe. Come on. Hi.
Hi, Noel. How you doing?
How are the kids today? Felda, lovely to meet you. So this is what we started with, and this is what we ended up with.
Good grief.
Oh my God.
Good God.
So it's a very, very complex frame. What I am next concerned about is the radius healing on both sides, in there and in there. Okay? So you got to explain to the kids that she's going to have frames on her legs.
No.
And she'll have to stay in a cage. Okay? Push your chairs back. I'll bring her in. Got it. Now, Bubba. There we go. There we go. You see, she's walking fine. Oh, she's so happy.
You're doing that grip that you do. Oh, I missed that. Oh, sweet.
So that's...
Suki will have to stay confined for several weeks to give her bones a chance to heal. Only when they do will the frames come off.
Bye.
Oh, look, it's great. It's just what we've been looking forward to for ages.
Got my little baby back. She's gorgeous. Oh, miss that little face.
Zizi the Dachshund has been at the practice for 2 weeks now.
Okay, so we're going to see Zizi. Okay, sweetheart.
There are signs that her spinal cord is beginning to recover at last. But she still hasn't urinated on her own.
What's happening with your bladder? We're just going to have a little look. That's it.
Tonight, Noel has a plan.
Tonight's the night. Come on now. Big pee time. So I've noticed that Zizi likes being near the hedge here, and I'm hoping that she might like to have a little pee. All right, sweetheart. I'm just going to apply some gentle pressure here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on. Oh, yeah. Do you see that spurt? Oh, good girl. Good girl. Well done. That was great. A little dog like Zizi, she has her pride, and she likes to keep things private, don't you, Bubba? Yeah. Hopefully, she'll make a recovery. We just don't know how much of a recovery yet. One thing we do know is she can go home. Fantastic. Oh, Mama will be so excited. Hi. Sorry about the delay. Here.
Andrea and Bolage have come to collect her.
Okay, so something very exciting happened tonight. I had noticed over the weekend that there was a certain spot in the garden that she liked. She seems to like a bush, and I held her just there in front of the bush, and I put the gentlest of pressure on, and I'm pretty sure she squeezed out those drops of pee herself. I've never been happier to see pee. It does look like she is able to do it just about. Fingers crossed. Maybe our prayers are working. Okay, put your chairs back. I'll bring her in. Now, who's in here? Oh, there we go. There we go. Good. She's happy to see you, isn't she?
Yeah.
Good. That was easy. Well done. So listen, you can see the legs are much stronger now. A lot better than when you last saw her, isn't it?
Definitely.
So clearly physiotherapy needs to continue. She's allowed cuddles, okay?
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. All right.
Thank you enough.
Don't let her fall. My absolute pleasure. All right, Bubba. You look after yourself and behave yourself now. No nonsense, right?
I'm really, really, really happy. You're gonna be fine. No, I just saved her. My baby.
For the past 2 months, Suki has been in her cage at home with pins and steel frames around each front leg.
Have some water, Suki.
The family are doing their best to look after her, but it's been tough.
Because she needs to sleep most of the day. When she's squealing, you just go down and stroke her and give her maybe a few treats to calm her down.
You've been a great help, haven't you guys?
Definitely.
But yeah, it will be nice that first day when we can go down the park. That'll be lovely, won't it?
Yeah.
Today, Suki is back at the practice for a checkup.
It's not been easy, I won't lie. This is 12 weeks now we've been going through this for, and it's really getting, yeah, we really want the frames out.
All right, sweetie pie.
Her frames will only come off if the bones have healed enough.
That's a good girl.
So this is the moment of truth. Okay, subjectively, these feel solid enough to take the frames off, but for the next 4 weeks, we're still in a danger zone where either front leg could refracture unless the bone is built up gradually. And then and only then can you run down the beach. All right, good girl. Right, Suki, please. So this is really good in terms of the remodeling of the radial head, okay? Grab a seat, because you're going to fall otherwise. No need to panic. So I've taken the frames off both sides. The bone has to strengthen.
Is it weaker now because the frames are out?
Yes, so you've now got no mechanical support. You're going to have to be more confined. We can't be having her playing with the kids for the next 4 weeks. We cannot have that. Can't have it.
4 weeks?
Yep.
But you said at the beginning this was going to take 8 to 10 weeks. And this is 12 plus now.
Come on now. Bone strengthening is a continual process. If you don't behave in the next 4 weeks, Suki could have a broken leg. So I'm just asking you for patience for 4 more weeks till I can get this stronger. That's all I'm asking for. Come on. You can. Of course you can. Just got to be patient. And I know it's very challenging. So I'll get her brought up. Now you need to sit with her for a minute because she's quite groggy.
Oh, hello. Hey, gorgeous girl. Oh.
She's quite groggy. We're just getting her collar so she can't lick those.
Lovely, thank you. See you in 4 weeks.
God bless.
Bye-bye. Look at that, no frames. I mean, it's tempered with the fact she's still got to be creative for another 4 weeks. It's gonna be tough on the kids, that. Isn't it? And you, Pickle. But we'll manage it. We've done it till now. We'll manage it.
In the hydro pool, little Zizi is back. 5 months after her first operation, another disc exploded, and Zizi had to undergo the same spinal surgery once again.
After the first procedure, Noel warned us that might going to happen again, and unfortunately, yes, it happened, and we were devastated.
At the time of Zizi's first operation, I explained to Mum and Dad that we could go in and just take that material out, or at the same time we could cut a window in other discs to try and stop them squishing the spinal cord in the future. Now, whether that would have prevented Zizi having another disc problem or not, we don't know. But ultimately our worst nightmare did happen and another disc blew.
Even that happened again, I never thought I was going to give up on Zizi. Zizi is everything for me.
Andrea is going through the whole process of rehabilitation with Zizi yet again.
All done. All right, so we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
In South London, Rafa is back out on the common.
Rafa, come on.
He's now 12 years old.
Yeah, we've been really overwhelmed that this stem cell treatment's really worked.
I'm absolutely happy that it worked and he's back. Old Rafa's back, yeah.
Look at his face.
I never thought he was going to be walking in the common ever again, but he's walking and he's happy and playing with other dogs, you know, just being himself. He's a happy lab, you know.
Rafa.
I mean, he is more sensible. He's not running up the hill, so he knows what he can do. He's an old boy, but he's enjoying his walks. If someone had told me 18 months ago we would have the old Rafa back, I would have thought they were mad. No chance. But it's like almost a miracle to me. You know, we have got the old Rafa back. The spirit's there, and he's enjoying life. He's still a puppy.
Rafa, come on.
Come on.
For Zizi, the past year has been an enormous challenge. But Andrea and Bolage have given her plenty of physiotherapy, hydrotherapy, and a lot of love. She'll never walk normally, but for now, she's doing well.
We had a really long journey, and I know she's not walking 100%, but it's really good for her at the moment. She's a little dog, but she's very strong. She's a strong lady. Come on, baby.
Down in Brighton, 9 months after having major surgery on her badly deformed front legs, Suki is at last catching up on her lost puppyhood.
When we started this journey, we could never imagine that this would be the outcome, really. You know, we were having to consider at that point that she may well not make it alive through the operation. And I suppose after we'd got through certain amounts of rehabilitation, yeah, then maybe, you know, we started to think we could have a normal life with a normal, to extent, doggy. So yeah, I think she's totally back to the way she was as a puppy. She hasn't really changed. It hasn't changed her in any way.
Before, she was like just locked away in this crate. She was just always really sad, and yeah, I didn't really like it. But now I really like it because she can run around and yeah.
Obviously, she is a huge part of our lives. So yeah, and we just think she's an incredibly special dog, and we feel very lucky that we've got her, and in such a healthy state that, you know, she can be a normal family dog. We got there in the end.